today I'm going to tell you guys the biggest mistake that I made, the biggest inventory purchase that I made the last 12 months with my Amazon FBA online arbitrage business. So I saw some guys on Twitter actually posting, in an effort to bring more transparency in the space, post their mistake. And like what I see a lot of the time is that it's just a lot of people not being able to read keeper charts, because all the mistakes that I see is stuff that was actually avoidable if you actually know to read keeper charts. You buy a product saying that you're going to sell it at 17 while the average price is like $9.99, and then you wonder why the price tanked. Like, you just don't know to read keeper charts. And so the truth is that yes, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. And I mean, those mistakes, you should absolutely not make them. Those mistakes are beginner mistakes. And if you are still making them and you see the price tanking on a lot of these ASINs because you think that you're going to sell your product at the price that is not sustainable, it's 100% on you. It's not on other people, it's on you. You're all just dumb. Okay? You're not dumb. Let me rephrase this. You are not ready yet. You are not good enough yet. Okay, because like it's mistakes that are avoidable, but there are some mistakes that are not that. And I made a video in the past, talking about that mistake that I made, but I did not really look at the numbers, because I'm going to be honest, like if I know that I fucked up some things, I'm going to try to not look at it. And like the other day I actually looked, I said, you know what, let me actually look at this AC, let me look at the numbers after returns and all that stuff, because I thought that even though it was a mistake, I actually was able to more or less break even, which is actually not the case, not the case at all, So we're going to see, but you're going to see that if you run your business, your Amazon FBA online arbitrage business the right way, you are not going to, when you make a mistake, it's not going to be mistakes that are going to wipe you off. Yes, it's going to set you back. Yes, of course, it set me back a little. Not too much, but it actually set me back. But it's not something that is major, right? So of course, it's just, let's say that you invested $10,000 in the business and it's the first product that you bought. Yeah, it would have set you up, it would have set you back big time. But in my case, it's part of the business. Sometimes you lose money, and you're going to see that at the end of the day, if you look at scales, I did not lose that much, right? So if you are new here, my name is Mangunza. I release daily videos such as this one about selling on Amazon, where I teach you lessons from my own mistakes, or I just teach you how to do stuff to scale your business, right? You have everything that you need for free on this channel to scale your business to 7 figures. So if you are new, subscribe and like this video so you get recommended more videos, all right? So I talked about this product in the past, okay? It was some Air Force One, all right, that I got for quite cheap. I don't remember the exact buy cost. I bought like 80-90 units, and I spent, because I remember I made money. I made videos talking about that product in the past, and I actually showed you guys the keeper graph and all that stuff and what happened, because I'm going to tell you what happened with this ASIN. And I told you that I spent around $7,000. It's almost accurate. I spent $6,862.75 on this specific ASIN, okay, on this specific variation. And this is the first mistake that I made. Okay, I put all my money on just one variation. And so my sales were around $8,735 for this ASINs, okay, for all these units. And I ended up losing $786.05. So it's a $785 loss. And I checked for the last 12 months. I checked my seller board for the last 12 months. And this is the biggest loss that I have had. And I thought that I would have some loss that were bigger than that. And this is the biggest loss that I've had in the last 12 months. And it's like I had this loss and I had another loss that was like part of a package. It's a product that was part of a bundle that I broke down the bundle. And so, of course, like there was one specific item in the bundle that was losing me money. But in overall, I was actually making money from that bundle. So actually, and then there's another product that I lost like $100 dollars on, but it was not too much. So the reason why I'm making this video is because you need to understand that I think that if you run under $75,000 a month of revenue, $75,000 a month of revenue. Just because above that, yes, I guess you're going to need to like, if you want to be a little bit more aggressive to bring your business to that point with online arbitrage, I guess that yes, maybe you could. It wouldn't make sense to take risk, but like, to be honest, if you run under that, there's no reason to take dumb risk. And if you do your job the right way, you're gonna have like very few asins that are going to tank, because you're going to buy asins that, and it all depends on how you run your business, but like you're gonna be able to buy asins that are pretty sustainable. And I think that just above that, just with OA, I think that I see how I actually see how you could you could actually jump on listings that are a little bit more risky. But like, to be honest, if you just run this way, these are the biggest loss that you're gonna get. It's pretty unlikely that you are forced to take bigger loss than that, you know, because like I'm not going to lie, I've been running my business in not that risky, but like I've been taking some risks on some asins, and like I haven't took a loss bigger than that in the last 12 months, because I've been sticking to asins that I know to, and I've been going deep on good asins and not necessarily going super wide. I'm trying to go a little bit more wide, but like as I'm trying to scale my business. But you know, to be honest, yeah, I haven't had to take too much risk just like this, right? So a $700 loss is not too bad. And what happened on that asin is not that the price tanked just randomly. It's something really bad that happens to some asin, which is, you know, it's a shoe, right? So it's a shoe. You see that on shoe listing there's some variation, whether it is color or size. And so for that specific colorway of the Air Force One, every single size got split into its own asin, got removed and it's an Amazon bug. It's a bug with Amazon. It got removed from the parent asin, and so traffic on that listing dropped, and so of course nobody's selling, so everybody's trying to tank the price to get their sale. And actually, like, I decided, you know what, I'm not going to wait until the bug is resolved. I'm just going to liquidate my stock and I'll take the loss. And in my opinion, if you know what you're doing, except if you run at $200,000 a month in revenue, I don't know the reality of running an Amazon business at that level just yet, consistently. But like, if you're running your business, to be honest, I'd say up to 100K a month. If you run your business up to 100K a month, there's no reason why you would jump on listings, because you can do everything by yourself. You can look at the listings, you can go deep, and there should be plenty enough asins to actually buy that are not too risky. You should be able to run a business without having listing that tank without you understanding why, except if it's a bug like this. Okay, these are the only options that I could consider that happens, because all the listings that you guys buy that are tanking are listings that you shouldn't have bought in the first place because of the Keepa charts. Like, if you know how to read Keepa charts, and I would highly recommend that you watch my video on Keepa on Keepa. It's 100% free. You have no excuse. Like, it's a 20 minutes video. I have 2 videos on Keepa actually that explains everything to you. Okay, so just learn how to read Keepa charts. Okay, and learn to understand price trends and trying to get an idea of if a product is going to tank. You can if you know your supplier, and you know to read Keepa charts, there's no way, okay, there's really no way that you buy products that tank, okay, that tanks just because a ton of sellers are trampling on the product. There's no way. It should not go that way. If it goes that way, you're doing something wrong. It's not the fault of some newbies tanking the price, all that stuff. No, it's just that you are doing something wrong, that you do not understand how to forecast supply and demand for a product on Amazon based on what you see, based on the Keepa charts, based on where the product is. If you're able to forecast demand, you should be good, okay? And you should not have product that tank. The worst thing that could happen is a product that actually tank, but like you still make 5 to 10% return on investment. Worst case scenario, 3%. Or worst case scenario, you get more returns that you expected, and the product tank, and then you get like a -3, -7 return on investment. That's the worst case scenario that could happen, okay, if you're willing to take that risk. But you should know that there's a risk for this before. The only other thing that could happen is a bug with Amazon. Okay, it's the only reason why you can lose money on an ASIN if you do your product analysis correctly. There's no other way, okay? Because there's no need to take too much risk. Because, like, for example, people that took a lot of risk with back to school, I know, heard a lot about back to school, all that stuff. There's a lot of people that lost a lot of money, not only on Crayola stuff, but like on some backpack as well, because everybody talks about that, everybody jumped on that. Stay on your own lane, try to see what's working. If it works, great, buy more, sell more of that. That's it. And then as you grow, because, like, remember, those seasonal opportunities are going to be once a year. Yes, it's important to learn how to take advantage of them, but be cautious if it's your first time, and if you, like, do not put too much money that you're not willing to lose on those, because things could go left, and if things go left, it's going to set you back big time. You know, those $700 that I lost with this product did set me back a little, not too much, but a little, because if I did not lose that money, it would have been money that I could have reinvested into my business at 20% return on investment. $700 at 20% return on investment. If you are able to flip your money 6 times, let's see, at 20%, and I could have done it at 30%, but let's see at 20%. So at 20%, so you are those $700 after 2 months, return them into 840. Okay. After 4 months, $1,008. Okay. After 6 months, $1,200. All right. After 8 months, $1,451. So we already flipped that money. We already doubled that money. Okay. I was at 8 months. Right? Yeah. At 10 months, you are at $1,700. And after 1 year, you are at $2,090. So, yes, it did set me back, because I would have $1,300 more in my pocket today if I did not make that mistake. But I have capital invested in my business. It's not the capital that I have invested in my business. You know, those almost $7,000 that I invested into that product. It's not all the money that I invested in my Amazon business. So at the end of the day, it's not too bad. No, if you actually start your Amazon business with $7,000, okay, this is the first product that you buy, and then, you know, you lose $700, you're going to be demoralized. You're not going to keep going, okay? You're absolutely not going to keep going. And so this is the thing that I need you to think about. I'm willing to take the risk because my business is running. It's not the only ASIN that I am on. But for you, it might be different if you just start. And so this is why you should go wide. Because you're going to do mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. You are absolutely 100% going to make mistakes. And so because of that, try to go wide. Try to go wider until you learn, until you understand keeper charts, and until you realize, okay, I made a mistake on this. Okay, this went really well. Here's why. Once you understand that, by all means, go deep and do that stuff. But understand that even if everything checks in, there's still stuff that could happen with Amazon that are going to fuck you up, right? So hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, leave a like, do all that YouTube stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow for a new video. Thank you for watching.